Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Legion Talk, episode number 69. Now, what we have to talk about today is unfortunately not the best thing. Unfortunately, Gabby Petito, her body has been found. In search for missing influencer as hunt for her fiance continues. Her fiance is still missing. Her body has been found, or one that has fit her description very closely, and that's very unfortunate when a young woman goes missing. And I don't know what happened, and nobody knows what happens right now, but it's very unfortunate. Human remains matching the description of missing Gabby Petito have been found. Officials have confirmed. In a heartbreaking message on social media, her dad posted an image of her stood between two wings with the words, "She's touched the world," alongside a broken heart. The 22-year-old vanished after she left a hotel with her boyfriend Brian Laundrie in Salt Lake City, Utah, in the U.S. on August 24th. She had been making a social media blog as she traveled around the U.S. with her fiance before her disappearance. On Sunday, Charles Jones of the FBI Denver said in a press conference that remains matching Gabby's description had been found. The discovery was made at the Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming, but they have not yet 100% confirmed it's her. As somebody who has prior law enforcement experience, if if the description fits her, even though it is not 100% confirmed, there's a high likely that it's her. They're gonna go off, last clothes she was wearing, just basically, the rings on her fingers, general description of the remains. It's not a pretty picture. It's unfortunate, but it's, God bless her and God bless her family. Mr. Jones said her family have been informed. He said earlier today human remains were discovered consistent with Gabrielle Petito. Full forensic identification has not been completed to confirm 100% that we found Gabby, but her family has been notified of this discovery. If they notified the family, then they're very, very sure of it. He said that the cause of death is yet to be determined. The missing woman's dad, Joseph Petito, posted a photograph of his daughter on Twitter after Sunday's news conference. This is the one. I have seen that on Twitter, and it's a very nice photo. And any life lost is a tragedy. It doesn't matter if it's somebody who you think is a good person or a bad person, or because nobody starts out a bad person, or nobody starts out a good person. We all start out neutral, and we all live life to the best that we can. And unfortunately, this young woman, her life was cut very short, and that is very sad. The image, which shows her standing between two painted wings, was captioned with a broken heart and the words, "She touched the world." Laundrie, 23, returned to their home in Northport, Florida on September 1st without Gabby. I know where that is because I live in Florida. Who has not been seen or heard from. Police named him as the person of interest in her disappearance on Wednesday. Northport police said on Sunday that they're still looking for Mr. Laundrie, who has now been missing for several days. It is rumored that he is in hiding. It is also rumored that it's the possibility that he might be missing too. So, saddened and heartbroken to learn that Gabby has been found deceased. Northport police said on Twitter. To be honest, Wyoming, Colorado are areas for obviously, the possibility of marijuana growing. It's not 100% confirmed. It's a hunch that I may have that it's a possibility maybe they stumbled upon the wrong people while camping. He was possibly spared his life while she was left behind, and maybe he had to go get some kind of ransom. We don't know. to try to save her life, and then he disappeared. Who knows? I mean, this is all up in the air. It's all very circumstantial at this point. But when they say that they found her, I do believe that they have found her. Our focus from the start, along with the FBI and the national partners, has been to bring her home. We will continue to work with the FBI in the search for more answers. The Laundrie family attorney also released a statement saying the news about Gabby Petito is heartbreaking. The Laundrie family prays for Gabby and her family. On Saturday night, Gabby's family released a statement through their attorney and said all of Gabby's family want the world to know that Brian is not missing. He is hiding. Gabby is missing. That's a big statement. More than 50 police officers were accompanied by FBI agents, drones, canine, and bloodhounds to search for Mr. Laundrie. Florida police spokesman Josh Taylor said that in a news conference that Mr. Laundrie's family said they last saw him leaving on Tuesday with a backpack on. He said he was going to Carlton Reserve. Both he and Gabby are now listed as missing persons. At a press conference on Thursday, Gabby's father, Joseph Petito, said that what I need from everybody is help. The goal is to bring Gabby home safely. I'm asking for everyone here. I'm asking for help from everyone home. Gabby's family begged for help from the Laundries in a letter addressed to the Laundries' parents. Gabby's family begged him to give more details about her disappearance. They wrote, "We are writing this letter to ask you to help find our beautiful daughter. We understand that you are going through a difficult time with your instinct to protect your son is strong. We ask you to put yourselves in our shoes. We haven't been able to eat, sleep, and our lives are falling apart. We believe you know the location where Brian left Gabby. We beg you to tell us. As a parent, how could you let us go through this? Let us go through this. You let us go through this pain." And that's a typo. As a parent, how could you put Gabby's younger brother and sisters through this? They added, "Please, if your family has any decency left, please tell us where Gabby is located. Tell us if we're even looking in the right place. All we want is Gabby home. Please help us make that happen." So he came home to Florida, and he lawyered up immediately. He lawyered up, quick. Which, if your girlfriend's missing, and I think he has information that he knows about it, I'm not saying maybe he did it. Maybe she slipped in, because of the domestic violence incident where she hit him and police were called and they were waved off. Maybe he fears that, if she slipped and fell or something like that, that he would be blamed. I don't know. There are many number of things. Marijuana is a huge growing operation that's rising in rural areas of the United States, and it's easy that could be a possibility too. I watched a documentary in California about the weed growers or whatever, and they protect their shipments viciously. So this from the same media source. Gabby Petito missing, van spotted in breakthrough video by vloggers before body was found. The white camper van of the missing influencer was spotted in footage taken at the national park before a body was found during searches today. Which means that the van was found before they found the body, which means it returned to the scene. The images recorded by YouTube vloggers Jen and Kyle Bethune were said to have been passed on to the authorities, who later made the grim discovery of a body matching the description of Gabby. The FBI confirmed that the remains had been found at Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming. So, did he drive back? Official identification on the body is still yet to take place. Gabby's family had previously said that the FBI are aware of the video from August 27, which showed the influencer's converted camper at a spread creek dispersed camping area by the park. Jen and Kyle Bethune had posted footage to their YouTube account on Sunday. They said, which was just yesterday. I'm filming this in the wee hours of Monday morning. They said tonight I was editing our footage with our video on August 27, 2020 around 6 p.m. from the Grand Tetons area It was in Spread Creek dispersed camping land. We passed by a white van, and both Kyle and I recognized that they had Florida plates. We are from Florida too, and wanted to stop and say hi, but the van was dark and it didn't look like there was anyone there. So we kept going. We eventually left and parked up front in the gravel area. Today I got a comment from someone on Instagram saying, "Please tell your 10,000 followers about finding Gabby." I'm assuming that's the van and that's him. It has not been confirmed if the body of that is Gabby, of course. Commenting on the video, followers praised their actions. One said the universe places people in the right places at the right times. Well, yeah, okay, that's fine. I know what cracked the case and brought Gabby home. God bless you for coming forward. Rest in peace, Gabby. Yes, it was the internet that found Gabby. It was not the FBI. It was not the local law enforcement. Normal everyday citizens are super powerful in helping police officers and federal law enforcement officers in finding missing persons. So never, ever be afraid to report something, please. She and fiance Brian Laundrie were traveling in the camper across country to visit America's Western National Parks, which are beautiful because I'm from Colorado. Mr. Laundrie returned home to Florida without Gabby. That's suspicious. Who hadn't been heard from since the final text from mom on August 30th. Shortly after that, he disappeared as well. She was reported missing on September 11th. The couple's last known whereabouts before the new video was that they had left Utah en route to Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming on August 24th. On that day, Miss Petito's mom, Nicole Schmidt, spoke to her granddaughter on FaceTime the last time she knew for sure her whereabouts. There were two later messages on August 27th and 30th, but Nicole does not know for certain they were from her daughter. People have certain diction when it comes to texting. You can hear it. People, it's like a fingerprint. People text a certain way. And, when somebody tries to imitate that, you kind of look at it and you go, hold up, wait a minute. Like, what's up here? Yeah. Ground searches at Spread Creek campsite near Grand Teton were carried out over the weekend when the body was found. Charles Jones, the FBI Denver, said in a press conference that the remains matching Gabby's description were found at the park. Mr. Jones said her family has been informed. Florida cops are also searching an area of swampland for Mr. Laundrie, who went missing this week. I would probably look closer to the van. A spokesperson for Northport Police Department, Josh Taylor, says Brian could hide in those swamps for months. Well, that's very true. You definitely hide in the Colorado-Wyoming area for months, too. Trust me. I'm from there. It's muddy, it's wet, and there are a few unpaved dirt roads out that are they're basically running along the power lines, Mr. Taylor said. The problem with camping out there is the wildlife. The swamp life is very different from camping life. Swamp water is consistently dirty, bacterial. It's a nightmare. It has predators in it, snakes, alligators. It's not good. It has jagged tree stumps. You scrape your knee on that and you can have an infection within hours. And if you don't have if you get horrendous bacteria in there, which is prevalent in the dying swamp, because swamp is full of decaying plant and animal life, you're screwed. Even with the healthy immune system, you're screwed. So it's food is scarce. It's not like you could just pull up a fish and go fishing. You're gonna have to find something like like a smaller alligator or a turtle to make food. You can take a few days of food in there, but I mean he's been missing for 4 days now. He's been missing for 4 days. So, it's possible. It's definitely possible. It's muddy, it's wet, and there are a few unpaved... Yeah, read that. You could be out there for months if you want, but you need to know what the hell you're doing. That's the difference. I was in the Army. You need to know what the hell you're doing. You need to know how to survive. You can't sleep on the ground in a swamp. You have to sleep above ground because of snakes, bugs, parasites, mosquitoes. I mean, you're literally a smorgasbord of love in a swamp. More than you would be in the Grand Teton. I'll tell you that right now. Swamps are probably one of the worst places to try to survive. Maybe the jungles of, the rainforest would probably be number one, or maybe Antarctica. I don't know. The couple's white van was spotted in footage taken between 6 and 6:30 p.m. on Sunday, August 27th by a family at a camping area of the same date. Yep. Please, if you're in the area around this time, check all your footage. You could have some video of her van. This is the Grand Teton National Park. This is the area that they're thinking right there. The FBI had echoed the family's plea, asking people in the vicinity of the camping area between August 27th and 30th to get in touch if they saw the van. Here's the Axon body camera footage of the domestic violence incident. It was said that she was somewhat distraught. We believe that this van is for multiple reasons. Her family wrote, "Please do not clog up the tip line." Well, yeah, no. Protester. Nobody cares about protesters. Like, really? Who's protesting this? Stay out of it. God, everybody protests everything. Starbucks raised their coffee prices. We protest. Like, get out of here, dude. A girl's missing. They're trying to figure out why she was murdered. What does this do? Protesters gathered outside Mr. Laundrie's home at the end of last week, demanding he cooperate with investigators trying to track down his missing partner. Do you think he's in that house? Are you guys that simple-minded? Fraggle Rock. I'm tired of this protest crap. Ugh. It's just terrible. These morons. God rest Gabby's soul. She was taken too early. I don't know what happened to her fiance, if we're going to find him, if we're not, if he's going to be alive, if he was a part of it, if they got mixed up into something bad, they stumbled onto something bad, and, now he's gone too. I don't know, but protests don't do anything. Leave the family alone. Leave his family alone. If you see something that's credible, go to the police. The FBI, the police. Keep your picket signs out of it, you absolute clowns. You're just looking for clout because you're losers with nothing better to do. Because, one, potentially 2 lives have been lost. Ridiculous. Protest, you fucking losers. Hope you enjoyed this. I hope you're informed by this video, and God rest her soul. Jesus Christ.